and having them also collect different like objects from nature as well, from just outside, and creating different pieces of art together with her. The right there, I see it says Stay Active Challenge, and we actually changed it to a dance class. So I'm sorry that that's on there still, but it will be a dance class on Tuesdays between 12 and 12:45, and it will be with Miss Alicia. And it'll be also, as you can see, there's a dance class on Friday as well. So there'll be two dance classes, one on Tuesday, one on Friday. The IMLIT time will be doing some restorative justice trainings in there, and some other leadership trainings in there during that time, kind of meeting with me and with Simba, who introduced himself earlier. We'll be doing like research for our LIT podcast. So there's themes that we'll be focusing on every week. They'll get a briefing on Monday. On IMLIT time, we'll be doing research and learning more about those themes. And we'll also be doing reading time during that time as well. We got some pretty cool books that will be starting on the second week. So expect those books to be in your box next week, not this week. And then we will be interviewing for LIT podcast. We'll be interviewing our special speakers as well. There's also, as you can see on Wednesdays, there's another cooking class that we will be joining with the elementary school, elementary age group. And then on Thursday, there is Zero Waste DIY, and they'll be doing just do-it-yourself little projects that are zero waste. So some of the things, we may ask students to look for certain things around the house, maybe like a plastic bag or a box, or certain soda bottles, to kind of reuse and so that's the whole point of zero waste, is like to reuse and upcycle certain things. And so just expect that. And then so there's a dance class on Friday mornings from 10:15 to 11:15, I believe. And the LIT farm time starts at 12, and then the rest of the kids arrive for farm time at 2. But our LIT farm time starts at 12, and let me know if you have any questions. And if I can take this time to just ask again, and I'll ask in Spanish again, just for translation, because I see that a lot of people join. So, si necesitan traducción, por favor, déjenos saber. Díganos, hola, necesito traducción. Y yo les puedo traducir información si necesitan, ¿ok?
All right, so now I'm going to give you a little overview of our Camp in a Box design. So some of you have already come to pick yours up for week 1, but each week the campers are going to receive a box full of all the supplies they'll need for camp that week. So that could be, colored pencils, acrylic paints for art class, or supplies for their science experiments. The specialty instructors will then lead the campers through each class, instructing them kind of when to use each item that's included in the box. So we'll also include a weekly newsletter that explains the plan of the week and what recipes they'll be cooking for cooking class. And then in addition to supplies for the specialty classes, the boxes will also contain some snacks for your camper to eat during our snack time each day. And they'll also be getting that Big Life journal that I mentioned before, which is kind of a guided journal for them to use during that time. So here is an example of what week one's box looks like. Everything is pretty clearly labeled. So we ask that your campers don't open those supplies for like specific classes until the class starts, and that way everything they need will be in the same place and we can really get right into the fun stuff. And I think it might even be smart to set up a bit of a station in your home for your camper to set up each day, and that way their materials are kind of just kept all in one place. And then please have them keep all of the extra materials from week to week. So they have paints in there, and we'll be using those kind of throughout the camp all summer. So they'll be able to use those again and again. And then at the end of each week, if you could return just the cardboard box, nothing in it, but if we could get the cardboard box back, we can then use those again, and that's a helpful way of recycling that cardboard. So overall, I think these boxes should be a really fun, easy way to bring camp home to you and your camper, while also kind of keeping us safe. And we're really excited to try out this model. So now Kelly's going to tell you a little bit about our kitchen kits.
Thank you, Sydney. I just wanted to note that we are not printing a newsletter unless we absolutely have to. You will receive a e-newsletter. Again, I'm running behind, but the e-newsletter will come to you before Monday morning to your email, and we'll text it to you. And that will also have the link for your campers to log in on Monday or for the week. We've changed it every week again to try to keep folks from Zoom bombing us and all the things. So the kitchen kits. For those of you that have picked up your kitchen kits, I hope that you're happy with them. We have worked with our camp chef, Chef Leisha, to just make sure that everyone has everything they need for the cooking classes for the week. So usually it's the same thing. We did a test run 2 weeks ago of this camp. And so based on that, we learned what is good, what is not good. And so you should have everything for week 1 if you're registered for week 1, except for the pot. And I do apologize with all the things going on in the world. We've been waiting for weeks for a lot of our materials to arrive. So hopefully that will be here. At least the pots will be here by next Friday when you can pick up your kits for week 2. Yeah, so there's everything from pots and pans to spatulas, knives, cutting boards, all of those things. And in your you should have received a checklist showing everything that's in the kits, in the cooking and kitchen kits. And we'll have the recipes, links to the recipes for the week in the weekly newsletter as well. Thanks.
All right, and then for the cooking kits, they'll contain the veggie of the week, which we're going to use in all 3 of the cooking class recipes that week. So for example, this week we're focusing on beans, so all recipes that include different kinds of beans. And then it's also going to include any other ingredients necessary for your camper to cook their meal. And these will be by family. So again, your campers will get to kind of collaborate to cook each of these recipes. They'll get 1 kitchen kit and 1 cooking kit per family. And Chef Leisha, again, will be telling them how to use each ingredient. And then if you live far away and are having your Camp in a Box shipped to you, we won't be able to mail the cooking kits. So instead, you can take a look at those recipes provided in the e-newsletter, and you can go ahead and shop for those necessary ingredients on your own because they will all be listed in that newsletter. And then, Kelly, you want to tell them about the pickup time and location?
Yes, thank you. So every Friday from 2 to 5 here in our office at 1001 83rd Avenue. It's directly across the street from our farm. Yeah, we were trying to make it work at the 81st Avenue Library on Mondays, but that's no longer an option. So yes, please make the time to come or send someone to pick up the kits on Friday evenings from between 2 and 5 p.m. Please also, if you have not registered yet, we need you to register before Wednesday. That way we know how much materials and how many boxes to create. I think Sydney asked for the folks that got boxes already. When you come to pick up for next week, please bring your boxes back with you, and we'll definitely send reminders out about that. Did I miss anything, Sydney?
I think that's it. Yeah, that's good. And now Farmer Aaron's just going to tell us a little bit about farm time on Fridays to get us excited about that.
Yeah, hi everybody. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new online camp and the fact that we still get to have farm time, because I have not figured out how to farm online. When I do that, I will let you know. But until then, we're going to have farm time on the farm every Friday. It'll be exclusively for our campers. So typically we have open farm hours Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 2 to 5 o'clock. But on Friday, it's going to be exclusively for our campers. So that way, we know it's a safe environment. There's not going to be crowds. We're limiting it to only 8 at a time. So 10 people max, myself and the assistant farm manager, Marissa. She'll be there as well. But yeah, and during farm time, I'll be kind of holding the space for the campers to come out, just enjoy it. They can help out with what's going on. There's still some planting going. That'll pretty much happen throughout the season. We always weeds to pull, snail hunts. If you've been to the farm before, you've almost certainly done a snail hunt, and they're really fun. Yeah, I enjoy them. And if you haven't done one, you got to come by the farm so you can help out with that. I think you're gonna like it. Let's see, what else do we do? For the LATs, we'll be talking about, we're using this food span curriculum. So we're gonna be talking about what it looks like to reshape our food system, because something that's been happening, with the current state of the world, what we have noticed is that the localized smaller food systems are still staying, we're becoming the backbone. So we're going to talk a lot about how is it that we strengthen that? How can we be a part of strengthening local food systems? How do we bring about food justice? And on that note, something really exciting I wanted to share with y'all. So as some of you may know, I won't go too much into the IDA accounts, the accounts that we open up for participating youth. I definitely encourage you to open one. But a few numbers. So far this year, so between January and today, we've harvested 527.5 pounds of produce. That's between 2 of our farms. And we've purchased about $1,000 worth of produce from our sister farms in the Central Valley and in the Central Coast. Once all this started happening, they lost access to certain markets, and so they didn't have anywhere to sell their produce. So we're helping out by purchasing some of that and then distributing it with our CSA. We have distributed produce to about 99 households. So it's 99 different families, and each family on average is 3 or 4 members. So that's close to 400 people that we've been we've been able to help. And we've raised, after all expenses, we've raised $16,163.50 for our youth savings accounts. And that's just between January and today, because I just ran those numbers. And we still have new subscriptions coming in. So it's something I'm really excited about, that we are making a difference in the local food system. We're keeping people fed, and we're raising money for our campers or anybody who chooses to participate in that part of our programming. So I definitely encourage y'all to jump on that. Ask your counselors, or Sydney is a good person to ask, or just Kelly directly about those the IDA accounts. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to catching y'all. Okay.
Yeah, that's the perfect perfect transition to our next slide. Sarah is going to cover the IDA program. So, Sarah.
Hi, folks. So any child that spends time with us, 4 weeks with us this summer, will be eligible to open an account. And an IDA account is an individual development account. And what happens is that funds created by our CSA or by restaurant sales are pooled into an account with us, and then we disseminate it to youth. And these accounts are specifically used, it's a savings account, for any kind of educational endeavor like tutoring or school applications. maybe an educational trip, SAT, ACT prep, courses or fees, maybe some software that they need for school or enrichment activities. The funds, when a youth is ready to utilize them, are sent directly to the vendor. So if your youth was interested in taking piano lessons, the bank would then pay the piano instructor directly. We will be able to, the accounts allow for family members and friends to contribute directly to the child's account, with a deduction as low as 1% of their take-home pay. So a lot of us get direct deposit, and we're asked in that process what the percentage should be that goes into which account, and you can choose to allocate a certain percentage of your or a family member's take-home pay into, and it would go directly into an IDA account. We do this because our youth in a traditional year plan, plant, harvest, and sell the produce that Active Non-Verba produces to our CSA members and our restaurant customers. And so this is how they become eligible. It's typically 18 hours participating on our farm, but because we have a shelter-in-place order currently, any child that spends 4 weeks with us, regardless of farm time on Fridays, although I do highly recommend it. Farmer Aaron's a good time on the farm with Farmer Marissa, and those snail hunts are a good time. So any child that is with us for 4 weeks can open an IDA account, and we will connect with you at the end of the summer about filling out the paperwork. Of course, there's a little bit of that. This is banking, right? And if questions arise, you're welcome to connect with me. Anyone's welcome to email me at sarah@anvfarm.org. And I spell my name with an H. Thanks.
All right, and now Kelly's going to talk to us a little bit about the community cookbook.
Thank you. Active Non-Verba has been lucky enough to partner with California College of the Arts, and they are very excited. They did a number of interviews with our staff and key community stakeholders to see what folks in the community are really excited about, what they would like to see ANV do more of. And what came out of those conversations was the idea of an online cookbook where you all, community members, can contribute your favorite recipes using your favorite vegetables directly onto our website. Yeah, you want to keep going, or is there more? So these are kind of the students from CCA's, what am I trying to say? Concept pages of how it's going to look. There will be opportunities for you to record your kids either on the farm harvesting or cooking, or even just talking about how much they love, your baked zucchini dish. And this is what the web page is going to look like. Right now we have most of these components. We just need your recipes. So that's what it's going to look like. Keep going, or is that the end? Okay, sure. So we will be sharing with you the link to the link and the requirements to upload your information. I'm sorry, your recipes and so on. and take photos and upload those and give a little introduction, a little bio to yourself. In our, maybe not in this coming newsletter, but in subsequent newsletters, we'll have the link there so that you can just share your favorite recipes with the world. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Thank you.
All right, and we're finishing up a little bit early, so that's all we have, but we would love to hear if anyone has any questions about anything, anything we didn't cover, anything we did but you want more information on. Feel free to either chat it or just unmute yourself and ask aloud.
I realize that most of you don't have a chat function. We did that on purpose, believe it or not, because we are following the Children Online Protection Act. It's COPPA. I think there's one more P in there. But they recommend that we don't allow the kids to be able to chat each other. So we've disabled that for the campers who are on our end, on the back end, called guests. That may change if we have different activities go on. But that said, if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask away. We're here for all the questions and all the suggestions.
I see Josie has her hand raised. Josie, can you unmute yourself? There you go. Do you have a question? Josie?
Yeah. Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
On Friday, when we have like the live where kids can come and work in the farm, I know he said there's only, Farmer Aaron said there's only 10 kids allowed in there. Do you guys have like certain signups? Or when we get there, if there's too many, we'll just wait until somebody leaves and then come in?
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, unmuting's not the easiest. So yeah, that's actually a really great question. And I've actually planned to extend the hours. Normally we're 2 to 5. I think we talked about doing it noon to 5. That way we have wider range. And so you can give me a heads up and I'll go ahead and actually start taking registrations. That way we don't, I mean, I'd rather not anybody have to like sit around and wait. Of course, there's swings to play with, but you know, you're here for the farm. So yeah, I definitely make a sign-up sheet and I'll make that available as people reach out, and I can let you know what times are available. I'll collaborate with Kelly and Sydney to make that available to y'all.
Thank you.
But thank you for that question.
Devon and Jeremiah's mom has a question. Can you go ahead and unmute yourself?
Sorry, that was me. That was my question. I'll put my hand down.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
With her hand up, but I didn't hear her. So Josie, we'll come back to you. Picolia has a question. I hope I said your name right.
Yes,
Hey,
I did have a
Picolia.
question.
Okay, yeah.
Hi everyone. I am curious what happens if you do not pick your box up on time, such as me today.
That is a great question as well. Well, I guess someone will have to be here. We made it Friday night so that, as folks go home, the kids will have it for Monday morning. So I could see about coming in this weekend if you promise to come and get it. So yeah, just text me. Oh yes, yeah. Thank you, Farmer Aaron. So Farmer Aaron has our volunteer workday tomorrow between 12 and 4. So if you come to the farm, Aaron can grab everything for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't it be easier to come to volunteer day? Great.
Right. Thank you. It's been a long day.
Appreciate you.
Devon and Jeremiah's mom, do you have another question for us? I see your hand went back up.
I do. Sorry. I just have a question. What if you can't make one of the weeks? Would you still be able to make like the other weeks, or do you have to, like, is it mandatory to make all of the weeks?
I can take that. So, camp isn't mandatory. If your child, for your child to be eligible for the savings accounts, you just have to do 4 weeks during the summer. So after the summer ends, that's when we're gonna, tally up the numbers and who all attended and so on. But as long as your child or children attend at least 4 weeks during the summer, they're eligible for those accounts.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Josie, I see you have your hand up. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Awesome. Josie, I see you unmuted yourself, but we can't quite hear you.
Josie, if you want to send me a text message, you can. You have my cell number. This is Miss Natalie.
Are there any other questions we can answer for anyone? You can just unmute yourself and ask.
¿Alguien tiene preguntas? Sé que muchos más entraron un poquito tarde. ¿Tienen preguntas que necesiten?
Hola.
Sí, hola, Victoria.
Mi nombre es Victoria y tengo una pregunta. Yo inscribí a mi niña ayer y bueno, fui hoy por la caja, pero me dijeron que no estaba lista para esta semana. ¿Aún así puede atender el campamento o tengo que esperar hasta tener la caja que se va a necesitar?
Usted está hablando, usted es el estudiante va a ir a escuela de verano en campus?
Sí.
So the question is, Kelly or Sydney, déjeme preguntarle a Sydney, okay, parece.
Okay, gracias.
The question is, Sydney, is that if they are, because they came today to pick up the box, but it was not ready because they just signed up yesterday. They're just wondering if they can still just log on next week or without the materials, or should they just not log on at all?
I think they're more than welcome to join, even without the materials. I mean, maybe some materials they even have at home, right? So if they, if we can share the materials list, and yeah, they're welcome to join and just do the activities with the kids. They just don't have the kits.
Thursday and Friday don't require any materials anyway, so those are definitely good days to join. And I think art requires pretty minimal materials this week as well.
And I'm not sure if you guys know, this is a OUSD parent, so it'd just be for that hour after. So just want to be clear on that. Okay, Victoria, dicen que pueden entrar a las clases, está completamente bien, si les gusta, pero algunas cosas por ustedes en casa y dijeron que jueves y el viernes no requiere nada de materiales, so se puede entrar a esas clases. Podemos darle una lista de cosas que estaban en la caja, los materiales, la lista de materiales, y les podemos, y si usted quiere, las tiene en casa o las quiere comprar, está bien.
Oh, ok. Otra pregunta. La registración que hice ayer es para las 4 semanas, ¿verdad? ¿O tengo que registrarme cada semana?
¿Usted vio y hizo clic a semana 1, 2, 3 y 4?
Ay, no me acuerdo.
Podemos
recuerdo que era, ay, no recuerdo si creo que era todo el mes de junio.
Sí. todo el mes de junio.
Ok.
Sí,
creo que sí le hice porque la opción creo que era de el mes de junio y aparte el mes de julio, nomás presioné el mes de junio.
Sí, podemos chequear, voy a poner su nombre en el chat con Sydney y podemos chequear, okay, si está todo bien. She was just asking if she had to register for all 4 weeks or I mean every week or is it all 4 weeks, and I just asked her if she clicked all the weeks, and she said she believes so, but I told her we can double check on that for her. Okay, sí, Victoria, chequeamos y les dejamos saber, okay?
Thank you, Victoria.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Victoria, for your question, and thank you, Natalie, for the translation. Does anyone else have any questions? Please unmute yourself and ask.
Si alguien más tiene preguntas, por favor, nomás déjenos saber.
Buenas tardes.
Sí.
Mi nombre es Sonia. Mi pregunta es que yo escribí a mi niña para la escuela de verano, pero no la he escrito para la de campamento. El paquete que quiere recoger ¿es solo para los que están inscritos en el de campamento o también a los que están nomás en la de verano?
Sí, nomás para los que están en el campamento. Y el campamento para la escuela de verano es gratis, es 1 hora después de escuela y van a hacer arte y otras actividades. Tiene hasta el miércoles de la próxima semana para inscribirse y registrarse, pues, y puede empezar la semana después de esta semana. No este lunes, pero el próximo lunes. Pero ahorita no tenemos, ya dimos las cajas para la próxima semana.
Ok, gracias.
¿Le gustaría registrarse para el campamento?
Sí.
Ok, voy a hacer una nota y que usted se quiere registrar, okay? So I just Sydney, she wants to register for camp, and I told her that she has until next Wednesday, and then I'll ask her if she needs me to walk her through anything, and I can connect with her as well if you'd like, Sydney. Okay. Sonia, si usted quiere que yo le ayude cómo registrarse, podemos hablar después de la junta.
Ok, sí, gracias, por favor.
Ok. Sonia, ¿me puede dar tu número de teléfono?
Es 510-631-6865.
Ok, gracias. Yo comunico con usted, ¿ok?
Ok, gracias.
¿Alguien más tiene preguntas en español o quiere traducción, información?
Sí, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Julie. Me inscribí a mi hija Cristi Martínez y tengo más preguntas en español porque ya entré tarde a la reunión.
Sí.
No sé si pueda hablar con usted después de la junta.
Sí, está bien. ¿Usted es una familia que van a ir a la escuela de verano durante el día?
Sí.
Ok, sí, ¿quiere? Yo le doy mi número a usted.
Okay.
¿Lo puede escribir? 415.
415.
756.
756.
9064.
9064.
Okay, déjeme decirles que dijo, okay, Sydney and everyone, she has a lot of questions over the whole program, and she is an OUSD parent, but she says she's going to contact me after the meeting because she came in late.
No worries.
Okay.
Great. Thank you both so much. Are there any other questions we can help answer tonight?
¿Alguien más tiene preguntas?
Aló, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Sí, mi nombre es José. Nosotros tuvimos problemas para entrar a la aplicación y no sabemos realmente de qué empezaron hablando sobre el programa. Nosotros escribimos a la niña en los dos, en el campamento y también en la escuela de verano. Mi niña va a ir a tercer grado.
Okay, so, usted no vino a recoger una caja hoy, ¿sí? No. ¿Cuándo inscribió al campamento?
Creo que la escribió hoy, creo ella.
Okay, so, como la escribió hoy, hasta para la próxima semana puede recoger. Pero yo puedo tomar, si quiere, tomar mi número de teléfono y yo les puedo decir más información después de la junta.
Ok, ¿y su nombre es?
Me llamo Natalie. ¿Quiere?
Natalie. Ok, ¿y su número?
415-756-9064.
Ok, 75756.
Sí. So, es área 415 y luego 756-9064.
9064.
Ujú.
Natalie dice.
Sí, Natalie.
Ok. Ok, entonces sí, le vamos a llamar para informarlos más porque le digo, entramos bien tarde al meeting, no podíamos entrar en la aplicación.
Sí, gracias, pero qué bueno, sí pudo entrar, ¿sí?
Sí, pudimos entrar.
Okay. So, everyone, I'm just letting him know that he can call me on my cell, and that we can. They had some trouble logging in, and so they got in a little late. So I will check in with them afterwards.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. It's 6:25. Are there any other questions we can answer?
¿Más preguntas que podamos contestar?
And we're always available too. I'm getting texts, I'm getting emails. So we're available. As I said, I'm trying to let my staff take as much of a breather before camp starts on Monday, but I'll be out and about and around. If anybody needs me, no hablo español, lo siento, but I definitely can help direct people that do speak Spanish to Natalie.
Yeah. Aquí estoy también para preguntas en español. Si quieren mi información, se las puedo dar, nomás déjenme saber.
All right. Thanks so much, everyone, for attending. And we're so excited to get started next Monday. So, like Kelly said, feel free to reach out if you have any last minute questions. But otherwise, we will see you and your campers logged in on Monday morning at 9:30.
Gracias a todos por venir y estamos aquí si necesitan algo, si tienen preguntas, ¿ok?
Bye.
Gracias.
Have a good night.
Gracias a todos.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Good night.
Gracias a todos.
Gracias.
Gracias, hasta luego. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Just saying good night. I'm ending the meeting.